So, today we're going to talk about what goes on a resume. This is the basics, the information. In our next presentation, we will talk about how to set up a template for it. Microsoft Word has some wonderful templates that you don't really need to know that much about the computer. All you have to do is just insert the information. So, the purpose of a resume is a marketing tool, a way to say, hey, I'm the best person for the job. Hire me. If at any time this video is going too fast for you, you may pause it if you need to take notes, but I suggest that if you do not have a note-taking materials out, that it would be a good time to do that. So what goes on a resume? The idea behind a resume is to showcase your strengths, achievements, accomplishments, and work experience, and anything else that would highlight why you are a good fit for a company. Key items to include on your resume would be contact information, an objective or a statement of intent, any education, your work experience, any skills that you have that could be added to the position that you're applying for, any references, and additional information that would be important for your employment. First thing that should go on your resume is your contact information. So you would include your formal name, your nickname in parentheses if you would rather be called Tom instead of Thomas, a current address where you can be reached, a phone number that's working, email address, website, etc. Anything and anywhere that you can be contacted. If your email address is a fun address like ilovetoparty.com, probably a good idea to open up one specifically for employment. It looks professional. Your objective. This is a short blurb, less than 100 words. It just helps you to explain your career goals when you are changing careers or looking for something more specialized. Try to be specific in your desires and always state how you can enrich the company and not the other way around. Education, if you come straight from a college or a vocational program, begin your resume with your academic accomplishments. Always start with your highest degree first and then work your way back. If you have any awards from that particular school, list those as well. For instance, maybe you made the principal's list or the president's list or the honor roll, or you received a 4.0, any kind of achievement that shows that you are standing out from the rest of the crowd helps. If you have been in the workforce for some time, then you place your education below your work experience. Work experience. All of your employment opportunities should be listed in chronological order, starting backwards from your most recent job to your oldest. Also list any awards that you received with each position. Things like Employee of the Month or Perfect Attendance or Highest Sales Award. Those look really good on a resume. Also, if you have several work experience opportunities in 1 year, for instance, if you've had 6 jobs in the past year, you might want to tailor that down to 1 or 2 or 3 of the most important jobs. Sometimes when you have 6 jobs in 1 year, it looks like you're unable to hold employment. And sometimes that is a hindrance to getting hired. Skills. It's essential that you include any special skills like computer skills, any languages or relevant certifications that will help you stand out for the position. Maybe you have some special computer classes that you took that help you to apply for the position that you're looking for. References. Use only relevant references. Uncle Vinny, who worked with you at the burger joint last year, might not be a relevant reference, but you want to use employers who actually knew your work, who saw you on a day-to-day basis, who can say, yes, this person was very reliable. Ask them for permission in advance so that they know that a phone call is coming. Oftentimes, potential employers want to see a letter of reference, so they may be asked to write a letter. Ask them in advance, hey, I'm going to be applying for this job. I need some recommendations. Most of the time, they'll say yes or they'll say no. It depends on who you ask. In this section, you can list any professional organizations that you would belong to that is related to the positions. For instance, a teacher might put down on his or her resume that he or she belongs to National Education Association, or NEA for short. You may also put that you volunteer for any organization. Working for the Rotary Club, volunteering for a humanitarian organization also does look good on your resume. Tips for writing a solid resume. Keep it concise and logical. Don't make it wordy. Don't make it difficult for your hiring manager to find what they're looking for. Make it easy to read. Clean formatting, no frilly borders, no puppies or kitties or bunnies around the borders. Just plain paper would work. And you can buy professional resume paper at any office supply store. Use bullet points instead of paragraphs. Keep a font basic 1012. Times New Roman or Arial is very common, and it's easy to read. Use the same style font in your cover letter. Some more tips. Use action verbs like exemplary goals achieved. Remove irrelevant information that clutters the resume. The person hiring you will probably spend about 30 seconds scanning over your resume before placing it either in the yes pile or the no pile. Once you have put together the basics that you want to include, you can put information that can fit all areas of your job. Put together a basic template resume, and then as you apply for different jobs, you can tailor fit the resume to fit the description of the job. Before you go out on a job interview or before you get ready to apply for a job, just take a few minutes to review if this is the resume you want to send to this potential employer. Acronyms, always spell out the acronyms. If you feel like you want to put an acronym like FBI, spell out the word FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and Internal Revenue Service. And then you can put the FBI or the IRS in short behind it. One-page rule. Keep your details concise but thorough, to the point and specific. If it's more than one page, it's likely not going to be read. Remember that potential employers have a stack of resumes, sometimes 100, sometimes thousands, that they have to go through, and they're looking for keywords that pop out and jump out. And if they have to flip through a couple of pages that are stapled together, they may not spend the time looking for it. Unfortunately, that's the way a lot of fields work. If any time that you need to stop and take notes, you can pause this video and you can rewind and you can go back through it. Double check your resume. Glance over it one more time to check for errors. Use spell check when you can. Ask a friend or a colleague to review it for you. Sloppy or messy resumes do go in the trash and they don't get read. Be honest. If you can bake a cake from scratch, then by all means list that you're able to do that. But don't put that you can operate or drive a forklift if you can't, because they may ask you to do it. The same goes for computer skills. If you cannot perform Excel tools, do not put it down that you can. Get started. Step 1, sell yourself honestly. Step 2, include relevant information, but not too wordy. Step 3, keep it short and to the point. And step 4, good luck. Key items to include on your resume. Start constructing your notes now. This will be the information that you will put on your resume. So you may pause this at this point because this is really important. Contact information, objective, education, work experience, and these can be flip-flopped. So if you've been working in the workforce longer than you have had education, then you put the work experience first. If you're fresh out of training, fresh out of college, fresh out of a vocational school, put the education first. List your skills, list your references, and list any additional information. Thank you.